Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are in the world. It's me, it's the Metal Dad. We're back playing some more Digimonstory Cybersleuth. If you missed the last episode, we are trying to figure out how our connection jump power kind of works. We couldn't jump to that panel outside the door there, and it was really throwing us off. And we have come inside the underground, and it's all digital down here, so we're going to continue on from here. As always, I hope you all enjoy. Don't forget to click the like button, share it out to your friends. I appreciate it. It's free. And what are they going to do? Ah, who's this guy? Whatever. Let them go. Who's this guy? They'll learn. What we got over here? A locked door. Can we go through this? Or is it just locked? It's just locked. Okay. The wrong way at the Y. We gotta go this way. Ended up in the gym class and we wanted swimming. You know, because it went the wrong way at the Y. Ha ha ha. Tunnel just keeps going. You say? It stays on course. Like that, you're going to end up in Roppongi? Which would mean, you know, this reminds me of something else I've heard about. As I mentioned before, Tokyo's ley lines stem from Mount Fuji, which is, of course, not all that a coincidence, given that it's a sacred place. That energy takes old highways like the Kyosho, Kaido, and the Taiyoken to get to Tokyo from Mount Fuji. The energy joins up with the underground waterways going along the highways that carry Mount Fuji's snowmelt to Tokyo, flowing into the city together. One theory holds that the first place where that water appears above ground after reaching Tokyo happens to be where else but Nakano. Put simply, all the ley lines that flow throughout Tokyo could well be coming out of our own stomping grounds, believe it or not. Wouldn't that be amazing to think about if it turned out to be true? That would be pretty cool. Stop right there. Don't go any further. Okay. Standing at the border of the municipality? I'm not sure what that is. Go any further and you'll be in the central government territories. That's a hive. We best not poke. Color me intrigued though. That's a hell of a thing to stumble into just walking around inside that tunnel. We aren't prepared just yet to pick that sort of fight. There's still too much we don't know. This little tangent of ours has gone on long enough. I think head back the way you came and regroup at the office. Regroup at the office. Okay. Oh good, I didn't have to actually do it. Though it's not as strong as we're used to, that tunnel is causing a digital shift. We should probably keep it locked up, like before after all. I have no idea how I'm going to explain all of this to our client. No matter how you spin it, it'll probably all be a lot to take in. I wouldn't be surprised if we come away looking even sketchier than we already do. Let's just let Detective Matayoshi deal with it. Some jobs are just best left to others. But he ain't got no Digimon. You're curious, what exactly was actually beyond where you stopped? Yeah, kinda. That makes two of us, believe me. Actually, while you were on your way back, I decided to look into it a little bit. Apparently, what you found was Kamashiro's research lab, of all things. Interesting. Oh, don't be dense. I told you that area is under the jurisdiction of the central government. That's not the sort of place you wander into for fun. If nothing else, it indicates that Kamishiro and the government have a tighter relationship than what we previously suspected. Going after Kamishiro could well mean that we'd also be ruffling the government's feathers. That's why we can't be hasty right now. We'll do what we can to prepare the cross, to prepare and cross that bridge when it comes to it. This is just a guess on my end, but I imagine it was Kamishiro that changed the password on that door and rendered it impossible to open. They probably weren't counting on us being able to actually break in and snoop around. Knowing that, it could well serve as our ace in the hole later. When the time does come to confront them, hopefully unaware. But again, let's not worry about hashing out the details until we have to, and just be grateful we have that up our sleeves if need be. On that note, I realize this case is technically closed, but what do you say about heading over to Roppongi for me one more time? I don't mean the official business, rather I'm keen on doing a little independent intelligence gathering for our own internal use. Surely you're interested in knowing why Kamishiro has built a research lab underneath the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building too, right? Kinda. So how about you just walk on through the front door, then, and see what you can find. Sound good? Yeah, sounds good. Is it closed? It's not closed, okay. Alright, so we should have a new location to go to. We like new locations, right? Usually means new people. Yep, Tokyo thingy is now available. Tokyo Metropolitan Office. Earnest Civil Servant. Oh, you here for a tour of the lobby? Please come inside. You must be confused, let me explain. Construction on this new metropolitan building isn't entirely complete as of yet. Well, it was at one point. That is until a major firm came in and it was decided the upper floors merited additional construction. As such, while that's going on, the lobby here remains free and open to the public visitors. Did you make it inside the building? Not yet. Alright. Alright. I get you. Though they're alright with you hanging around the lobby, well, that makes our work a little easier then. Go on in. All I need at this point is a terminal somewhere so you could infiltrate their system. Piece of cake at this stage, I'd say. So once you find the terminal, just slip on in and work your magic like always. Wish I was there to see it myself. Seems like quite the sight. It reminds me of the Tower of Babel in a way. Guess I'm starting to ramble again. Though don't worry about me. Feel free to get back to work now. Okay. Going in. Is something wrong out there? Oh, you found a terminal that's a digital shifting a little? Huh. If this shift is weak, while still prominent enough for you to notice it, it could be a sign this place will turn into a labyrinth later on. Well, for now, try connect jumping into it. We have no idea what could be inside there, so stay on your feet, alright? You got it, boss. I see treasure. I can't reach it. I see Digimon. Meteor Fall.
君がいてくれてよかった。
Levels. Beckmon to move. Beckmon's just kind of there. To go all the way over here. Rabbits and bug recovery. That's reassuring.
無理しちゃダメだよ。
Agumon, Patamon. Fist voice. Whoa. Put down this one. Just to make sure there's nothing random there. Looks like we gotta hit that teleporter down there. This way. I guess it's up here. Down there. Teleporter. The old teleporter. Oh, there's an eater here. Fun. Since there is indeed an eater here. Let's grab a little more power here. Data is converging. Up attack and down. Fire it off. Fist of Ice. 30 damage. Brazu. Heavy metal fire. 47. Be laser, please. 90 damage. No turn. 500. Jesus, prominently. But keep firing them off, maybe. This place. Heavy metal fire. Aura. Quick heals. Spirit Crash. Steal my SP, you nerd. Just a voice. Got the stun. That should help out a little bit. Can we speed rush? Boom, eater down.
君がいてくれてよかった。
16, 14. So you found an eater inside there after all. But you couldn't find any other evidence of a note. Hee, you're not seeing the forest or the trees here. The fact that there was an eater inside the terminal at all is big evidence in and of itself. Regardless, let's call it a day here. Go on, back to the office now. Okay, back to the office. That was probably hard work given going all over the place today. But thanks to you, I think I'm starting to piece it all together. While you were out and about, I decided to measure the digital waves coming out of the building. And I found out that the Metropolitan Government Building itself is one big digital wave force field. What I can tell, energy is flowing straight into Tokyo Metropolis Government Building via the ley line inside Nakano's underpass. So that underground lab Kamashiro has beneath the building is probably controlling the energy flow. You remember what I said about the ley lines? When you were inside the tunnel, don't you? Yes. There are two things at play here. The natural energy flow from the Earth along the ley lines and the digital waves emanating from the sea of electrons. You can make a massive structure like the Tokyo Metropolis Government Building, a hub for those things, and you can manipulate their flow. Why do they need to do that? Why do they need to do it that way? Well, for one, digital waves might be invisible to the naked eye, but they have mass and therefore require a vessel. And the bigger the vessel is that contains those waves, the more energy you can build up. It probably also explains the new construction going on, as more space would mean that much more energy Kamashiro could stockpile. The extra energy would then go on to impact the building beyond the facility, hence the digital shift he ran into in the lobby. And with any good digital shift comes an eater, of course. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if that place goes labyrinthine eventually. But we don't have to be concerned about that threatening anyway now that you've cleaned the joint up. On the other hand, it's worrying in its own way. That thing resolved so cleanly this time. The fact that the digital waves can be concentrated in such small quantities as to attract individual eaters and produce a micro labyrinth is scary. If I hadn't been there, it might well not have been caught until much later. The whole thing doesn't sit well with me at all. This case taught us that there's technology that can mostly suppress large amounts of digital waves. So they're built up and placed wherever. The deliberation and calculated nature of it all indicates that somebody's got big plans in the works, suffice it to say. This, of course, calls for more investigating. we need to figure out how long this has all been going on and just what exactly it's for. Let's keep our eyes peeled as we move forward. We're on to something here. I know it! Yay! We finished it. Yay! Give me that farm development kit. Your drive is really admirable. Keep it up. One way or another, we'll definitely deal with this Kamashiro when the time is right. Anyway, I bet you if I leave the room, another one pops up. Oh, okay. Well then. Now I gotta figure out what I gotta do. I could go back to the underground pass. I think we just could go down in order besides the hospital. Shinjuku. Shinjuku. See anything? I see, I can tell. Talk to the people back there. Go down there. Shibuya. Ooh, I yawned. Excuse me. For all you people that heard that yawn and then yawned after me. Gotcha. Akahabara? Not seeing a whole lot going on. There's a shop though. Hello, cat maiden lady. You don't sell anything I need. At least not right now. Sega. Talking to. Over to the underground? Maybe? You don't have any reason to go in here. Okay. Over to the government building. What I can really do here. Talk to. Can't go up any of the stairs. That's all the places. Guess we go back here. And we will go to the lab and see if she has any useful information. Oh, I got lost. Specifically, no, okay. It's a lot of nonsense and not helpful. Did you get that cryptic nonsense? Dude, no. Hey, come on. Come on. I'll learn to. You, Wizardmon. Detective, I have something I have to ask you. Is that alright? I really hate to impose on you like this, but I dropped my precious thing somewhere. It should be around column number 2, I believe. If you can find it for me, I'll give you something nice. Return. Promise. So, please, will you help me? Of course, Wizardmon. How can I say no to you? You're a wizard. Hey, it's way up here.
無理しちゃダメだよ。
Speed. Next area.
行くぞみんな。行け。
Way.
無理しちゃダメだよ。続けていこう。無理しちゃダメだよ。
I hate too much.
君がいてくれてよかった。
That might keep me yawning. Doing the right way. Maybe. Definitely.
Go, 行くぞみんな。 君がいてくれてよかった。行くぞみんな。おら。
Half asleep playing this. Everybody knows I fall asleep sitting up half the time. But yeah, that's just me like being slow and just falling asleep. Like back up, going, oh shit, I'm playing a game still. But yeah, we're gonna try to get to that hour mark before we decide to get out here, of course, I always do. Yeah. On it. Plus I've got a drink to keep me awake too. I should probably take a drink of that because I am starting to fall asleep. Do that in a minute. See something here. Doesn't look like it.
無理しちゃダメだよ。みんなよく頑張ったね。
What? Minus property. Alright. Probably I just falling asleep here. Alright, so we're gonna do this. You did it. You really did it. Thank you. Thanks so much. It was all orange. Anyone to talk to here? Alright folks, I know we didn't do a whole hell of a lot, but I am having like the hardest trouble keeping my eyes open. So I want to thank anybody and everybody who's coming out tonight, hang out, chit chat, and all that fun stuff. Don't forget to click like, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Check out my my shorts. I do a whole bunch of Pokemon card openings on there for Pokemon TCG Pocket. Thank you all for coming, hanging out with me. Have a wonderful day.